to Navigation Trading Live. You are now part of a growing group of do-it-yourself traders who are trying to change the way investors think about building wealth. But because we don't believe in using financial advisors, stock tips, or traditional financial media, we have to do things different. We have to do things smarter. We do that through an art and a science we call trade hacking. At Navigation Trading, our methodology is based on statistics and probabilities, not hype or emotion. Our core strategies have been used by market makers, hedge funds, and floor traders for many years. Now, we share these secrets with you. Whether your goal is to make an extra $1,000 per month or replace your current income, with our guidance, you can achieve financial success beyond your wildest dreams. So, let's get started. What's up, Navigation Traders? Monday morning, April 30th. Welcome to Navigation Trading Live. If you haven't already, make sure you connect with us on social media. And as always, this is all about you. So if you have any questions or topics or anything that you want us to cover on the broadcast, shoot us an email or just drop a comment on Facebook or YouTube. We stream this live broadcast 8:25 a.m. every Monday morning on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. So make sure you connect with us there. And what I want to talk about today is last week, tastyworks, one of our preferred brokers, they just released the ability to trade naked short calls in your IRA. So if you trade on tastyworks already, all you have to do is log in on their website, tastyworks.com, and you'll opt in for that ability, and then you'll be able to trade those naked short calls in your IRA right away. If you don't have a tastyworks account, you can go to navigationtrading.com/tastyworks, and that will take you to this page here. And then you can open an account. Obviously, one of the big things with tastyworks, in addition to their innovative technology, is their low commission rates on options. It's $1 to open, 0 commissions to close. If you're trading stocks outright, $5, 0 commissions to close. Options on futures, $2.50, 0 to close, and you see for outright futures as well. So the commission schedule is unbeatable, and now they are the first brokerage to allow you to trade naked short calls in your IRA. So they just continue to innovate, continue to bring value to us as individual traders. So hats off to them. And obviously we'd love for you to use our link here. They have not released their custom indicator language, but as soon as they do, the more they see us opening accounts, us navigation traders through our link, they are going to give us the ability to build out our implied volatility indicators and a couple of other cool indicators that we have coming your way. So if you haven't already, jump on board and open an account at tastyworks there. And then let's go to the platform and see what's going on in the markets this morning. So we've got about a little over a minute before the markets open. So if we take a look at the futures, you can see the S&P's up 3.5, NASDAQ up a little 6.75, the Dow's up almost 100 points, right at 93, and the Russell's up a couple points as well. Oil down 1%, so seeing a little bit of downside now from oil after having a pretty decent run up. The VIX futures down slightly, gold down about 0.75%. Silver down over 1.25%. We don't trade silver too much just because the options on futures are not very liquid, and then on the ETF, there's very little premium value in there. We'll do a butterfly or a straddle from time to time, but we do like to look at just the price of silver just to see how it's tracking with gold and to see how those correlations are happening. ZB bonds and notes pretty flat. Nat gas down about 1%. So seeing a little bit of softness there the last couple days. Soybeans, wheat, and corn all up this morning. And the euro continues its slide downwards. It's down almost 0.5%. And we always keep Bitcoin on the watch list as well. Not that we trade the futures, but it's interesting to see. It's about 93.25 this morning. That was the opening bell. So if we scroll up and look at some of the other ETFs, you've got Russia, pretty flat. Utilities, up a little bit. XLV, which is the healthcare ETF, it's up slightly. XLK, which is technology, up. Biotech's up a little bit. The energy-related ETFs, flat to down. FXI, the Chinese large cap, up about 1.5% almost. IYR real estate, pretty flat. XRT up a little bit. Retail, some of the emerging markets down slightly to flat. Let's see, TLT pretty flat. And the other indices that we already looked at from the futures, up just slightly. So taking a look at some of the big stocks that we track, just kind of scan through these, see if there's any major movers. Disney's up over 1%. McDonald's up 4%. Look at that. Wow. Must have had a good earnings announcement. Let's see. Momo down a couple percent. Micron down slightly. No other real major movers. Walmart's up a little, so retail's catching a little bit of a bid today. So what I wanted to do for our trade of the week was I want to take a look at IYR. So this is an ETF that tracks real estate, and this is one that we've had some good trades on this year, and so want to go back to the well and see what we can do there. We're getting a slight pop up in implied volatility today, which is good for selling premium. So let's take a look. Let's go to the trade tab. We'll go to the options with 46 days left to expiration, right in our wheelhouse. And on the topic that I just mentioned with tastyworks offering short naked calls in your IRA. So now what that means to you as a trader, obviously you can just put on a short naked call all by itself. If you have a bearish assumption on a stock or an ETF or some type of underlying symbol, or what we like to do, we like to enter a lot of our trades, kind of some of our core positions as delta neutral selling premium positions. So selling strangles, selling straddles, selling iron condors. Well, with a short strangle or short straddle in an IRA, previously you were not able to do that. However, now with the ability of short naked calls in your IRA with tastyworks, you can do short strangles and short straddles. So I want to look at a short strangle position in IYR. It's trading at $76. So anytime an ETF or a stock is under $100, I typically like to go uncovered. I typically like to go naked options with a straddle or a strangle as opposed to an iron condor. And the reason is because when you're buying those wings of the iron condor, remember, you're not collecting as much credit as if you do an uncovered position. So that's why on these lower price symbols, we typically like to do uncovered positions. And so let's take a look. Now, if you look at the 16 delta, which is kind of an area that we would like to typically sell, 16 to 20, you can see those are only trading for 21, 31 cents. Pretty small. Same thing on this side. If you look at the 17 delta, 34, 48 cents. So I'm actually going to go up a little bit and try to collect some more credit. I like to get about $1 on these short strangles if I can. Now we will go below that, but as a rule of thumb, I like to get around that dollar amount at least. So we can go up to the 27, and if we sold this one, that's the 78 strike. Sell strangle. And then on the put side, if we go something similar, we could do the 29, which would be the 74. And there you're getting $1.24. So we're going a little bit tighter on our range. And what I mean by that, if we go to the Analyze tab, and let's go ahead and set our slices to break even, June 16th. So, we're getting 59, almost 60% probability of profit on this trade. So we'd like to get a little bit wider than that a lot of times, but in this case, I'm going to opt for the higher credit, for the higher max profit. And that's trading at about $1.24. So that's what I'm looking at for our trade of the week. I'm going to work this order. If I get filled, I will shoot it out to our pro members. And everybody have a great week of trading, and we'll talk to you next week. Have a good one.